If you just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS fam, the green room. Let's talk about it. Hey, yo, GMS fam, what's going on? Happy Wednesday. Welcome back. How y'all feeling, man? I hope everybody's doing good, letting the smoke clear right now. Shout out to my GMS family. If you are tuning in, make sure that you hit that like button on the way in, man. Tap into the live chat. Let me know that you are here. Shout out to my brother Fu, trying to FaceTime me as I just start the show. Look at this nigga, man. Look at this motherfucker, man. Yeah. Shout out to Fooster. I'm gonna hit you back, my brother. Tap into the live chat. Let me know you are here. Much love, everybody. You know we start out every show with peace, love, positive energy, good vibes, passing it forward. Hoping that you pass it along as well. GMS fam, the green room. Where y'all at, man? Shout out where you from, man. Shout out where you're from. I want to see where you're from. Southern California is in the building. We can tell where you from. It's in your name, brother. It's in your name. Shout out to Wonder Man in the building. Daryl in the building. King Lukey, Jan Wynn, C-Mo, Wu Banga in the building. Fooster Files is here. Ralph in the building. Hey, man. We got to go through some things today, man. We have several topics to talk about, but you know it's Wednesday, so we're going to start out with the obvious. And that's what happened yesterday or last night on that show they call 5150. You said Sacktown is in the building, Mississippi in the building. What's going on, Robert? Shout out to the people tuning in all over the country and the other places overseas. What happened to my... Oh, shit, hold on. I don't press something. I thought my whole shit went off. Nope, it's just my DJ shit. So give me a second. I accidentally clicked the button, and now my whole DJ setup is pulling up, and it's going to take a couple seconds. Give me 1 second. Let me click out of it because now all of a sudden all this extra shit is popping up. I thought I thought for a second my computer was about to shut off on me. I just seen a blank screen. I said, oh, shit, no, not now. Not right now. All right, hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Make sure when you pull up in this motherfucker, hit that like button too, man, while we figure this shit out. It's going to take a couple seconds because it's loading. It's a big, dumb, stupid Serato DJ Pro program, nigga. It's still loading. Just give me 1 second. Well, actually, while it's loading, I can actually just say that first and foremost, with all the topics we talk about, we got to talk about what happened last night. Now, there was a big blow up last night, man. A big blow up between Corey and Darlene. And, you know, usually they get into it, But this time was a little different. This time was just a little different. This time, Corey struck a nerve, man. And I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't know. I mean, I do know why. He likes doing it. He has fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. To be honest, Darlene lets it happen to her because she knows is coming at some point. She knows Corey likes to pick at her left and right. And I'm amazed by how she continues to let it bother her. But you can never guess when somebody's buttons is being pressed too much, right? But we're going to get to that in a second. First and foremost, just for the sake of this argument, earlier in the show, before they got into it, Corey expressed that he doesn't know why the people that left him from this show, like the Gradys, the Zoes, the Freezes, he doesn't understand why they got away from him. Listen to this, man.
I say it. And if you really think about it, I would say to the people that's been around me, what did I ever do to you? I'm talking about every motherfucker that came up here and fell out with me. What the fuck did I do to you?
That can't be a serious question. It can't be a serious question because we all seen it ourselves. Now, I know there's a lot of 5150 fans out there who will ride or die for Corey no matter what, whether he's right, wrong, or sus. But the simple fact of it is that he has ran these people away himself. That's just a fact. It's a toxic trait that Corey holds on to, man. It's like if anything happens in the slightest or anything that he doesn't agree with, somehow somebody's personal business will be put out there to the public. And it won't be because they did something foul to him. And I'm only speaking of the certain few that we are speaking of and the people that he's referring to. You know, even when it comes to Precise, you know what I'm saying? Till this day, we can make jokes about it. We can talk about it. He may have mannerisms of such, but till this day, it has not been confirmed that that man Precise was over there doing hella drugs and being drugged out and crazy. Now, we know he was doing some awkward shit. You know what I'm saying? We saw the videos of him screaming at bitches walking down the sidewalk and shit. Now, that's enough to get a nigga away from you, period. But the whole drug narrative, we don't know about that. We didn't know about that. We just kind of assumed. Now, listen a little bit more before we get to the other shit.
Motherfucker can tell me. I don't give a fuck. You see, I got Marcus on here. You should see this shirt with Marcus. I don't know if you could tell how tight this shirt is. Look, he's trying to hold his stomach here. Marcus is trying to get his weight up in the game. And tomorrow, Marcus, we are going to get you some shirts that fit.
He loves to hold that up a little bit. Like, oh yeah, everybody left, but Marcus ain't leave. Like we don't know Marcus is an up-and-coming comedian. With all due respect, Marcus, you are an up-and-coming comedian. You're still trying to get your feet wet out here and get your name out here through the circuits and become bigger than what you are today. I mean, you kind of need the platform. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that, especially when you're somebody out here hustling and trying to come through the comedian circuit. Corey's around a lot of comedians, and that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Why not build that relationship and go around and tour and be doing the things that you want to do as a comedian? But holding that up as if Marcus was somebody who, oh man, like, oh, Marcus is one of the elites that he's a real man. He stuck around with my bullshit. He lets me, basically what I heard was he lets me degrade his ass and he don't leave. Marcus is built for this shit. He'll let me talk shit about him and come back every week. I don't get the correlation in that. I mean, not seeing and taking accountability in the things that you do, that's how we get to this point right here where somebody can ask what they did to somebody that thousands of people have seen already over the past couple years. Now, let's get to it, man. What happened between these two? Now, Corey has never shied away from talking about Darlene's relationship with Ice-T and, bringing up shit about, the fact that they don't really talk or he don't really mess with her. And I think this time it got to her a little too bad.
She just said she ain't never did no evil to a man. And we know That's some bullshit.
Oh,
It ain't a
say it.
It ain't a bitch on this
You
planet.
know what? You know what? I'm not gonna play that version. I'm gonna play the uncut, unfiltered, in your face version.
Bitch on this planet who ain't.
Because that's silly.
Let me see. Where is that?
I'm gonna get this off.
Can I ask this?
Man,
Yeah,
I think
you
anybody
play by a
not,
different
not
set of
under a
rules
man's.
out here.
I think anybody not under a man's authority.
Who is anybody?
you mean like young
Another
young
man.
Women, you are in danger. All cute bitches are in danger of average to ugly bitches.
And
They
don't-
can't stand your
and don't be
motherfucking
cute.
ass.
Don't be so-called cute and not secure with yourself. So those insecure.
What's cute and not secure with yourself? Most bitches who cute are very secure with themselves because they know they got a superhero weapon.
No, not really. No.
Who?
No. A lot of people do it. There's a
I'm
lot.
talking about.
I can't say celebrities. I don't know. I'm talking about people
So
that
what's the problem with the ones that's
Wait,
cute and
who is
not
the cute bitch that
because
ain't
they could actually use it for the bad. In other words, like how they
not evil?
not evil. If I was evil, you wouldn't be here, or everybody would know all kind of shit. Because I'm not evil.
Are you
I could do
serious?
that. Hell yeah, I am. I worked
Here we
around this
go.
man for 13 years. I got all kind of shit.
Damn.
It don't matter what kind of dirt you got on me.
But I'm not
talking
evil.
about.
If I was evil,
You don't think
wouldn't
you
I-
evil?
No, absolutely
I don't.
not.
D, I don't think you evil. I
Thank
think
you,
I think you
Marcus.
crazy though. I don't
Okay,
think you evil.
crazy, cool. TLC.
Crazy?
Crazy and evil kind of go hand in hand if you ask me.
Crazy, sexy, cool.
Okay, let's go
I'll
with
A
take
crazy bitch will do some evil shit to you.
that. I'll take
If
that.
that make your evil feel better.
Whatever. I don't care about him. I don't care what his little take is and his little thought is about that. You
Almost
really think, you
every
really think
attractive
this
woman-
man, on what he thinks about women? I don't care what he
It
thinks.
don't matter what you don't think. I'm gonna
Exactly.
get this off.
Can I ask this? Is it possible that you've been evil to a certain man in your life?
No.
No man.
No man would ever say
Evil? Evil? Never. No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I've been true and honest, so like the moment that some shit is pulled on me, I don't stick around.
So you don't think no man out here that you dealt with would say, "Oh, that's an evil motherfucker."
But no, I don't think so. No, I can't at all. What? Unless they say, oh, she cut me off, and they want to call that evil. Oh, she cut me off, doesn't want anything to do with me. Maybe then, yeah.
Darlene does not live in reality.
Oh no, this one, yeah. He just can't stand the facts. See,
I'm not
everybody-
dissing Darlene.
Not everybody is down with.
I
his
got love for
program.
Darlene, but Darlene does not even know she does things wrong.
Okay.
I.
You know what I'm saying as a
I
man.
all the time. No,
She has
Now, real quick before I play the rest of this, if you paid attention to what I asked in the beginning, or what I played in the beginning, when Corey said, "What did I do wrong to the people around me?" This is a wild projection that this man is doing. A wild projection to tell somebody else exactly what he's saying to D. Let me rewind it just a little bit so you can hear the
things
projection.
wrong.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying as a
Hey,
man.
all the time. No,
She
and
has
this
no
one-
clue.
Give me a break. This one right here, you
She just
can
said she ain't
do.
never did no evil shit to a man.
To a
And
man.
we know that's some bullshit.
Oh,
It ain't
really?
a bitch.
Who? Say it.
It ain't a bitch
Say
on
it.
this planet who ain't destroyed a man.
How?
It's
How
all
would I-
part of womanhood.
Really? Tell me. I'd like to know. Enlighten me. Who? How?
Oh,
what?
that shit's so funny.
What do you mean?
Tell me, Corey. You say you know. You talking like you know. What's
Darling,
that?
I'm very wise. I'm telling
Oh
you.
my God.
If I said
He's
it,
very wow.
if I said an example,
Hey.
promise you won't get mad.
Okay.
You can
Go
tell
ahead.
by that hair, he wise as a motherfucker. Dick.
Of
Look,
course.
yeah, I'm what's the old boy who used to wear
Well,
his hair
bring
like
it, Corey.
this?
Now be careful. Bring it because I got some stuff too that I've been wanting to get out.
Shit,
but go
don't
ahead.
do-
Do it.
Don't do this. Don't do this
Listen.
shit this
No, let's
episode.
go.
Yes,
Let's
you
go.
you with the shit, nigga.
D be saying that shit every episode. If you ain't gonna do it, D, just don't do it. Quit threatening it if you're not gonna do it. Cause that be, and I'm not even trying to egg it on. I'm not even trying to like play the reverse psychology shit. It's just that when people do that constantly, they doing it to try to keep somebody on edge, but they know deep down inside they never would.
You to the
This
episode.
is
It'll
part
help
of
you.
the shit.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
So you have
Let's go,
never
Cletus.
done a man evil?
No. Why? What would I do? Evil. Go ahead.
I'm asking you. I'm not
No,
saying.
you're saying
I
to me
can't-
you know, like for sure. So tell me.
Well, I know that
Let's go.
there is a famous guy who doesn't talk to you really.
So you think I did him evil? Really?
Why would he not talk to you?
We talk. It's none of your business. Like, I'm going to tell Corey, the man, that if you tell him anything, at some point, his bitch ass is going to come out and throw it. And wait,
she hurt.
Even the niggas in the back started laughing. They said, "Oh shit!"
Ass is going to come out and throw it. And
who doesn't talk to you?
Fam.
So you think I did him evil? Really?
Why would he not talk to you?
We talk. It's none of your business. Like, I'm going to tell Corey, the man, that if you tell him anything, at some point, his bitch ass is going to come out and throw it. And wait,
she hurt.
No, it's not.
She hurt.
Wait. I knew he was.
That nigga don't fuck with you no more.
You have no idea. I just don't. What are you talking about? Let me tell you. No, because I just warned
She said
him.
it like it hurt too.
Hilarious.
Right, she mad at me.
No, because I knew he was going to go there.
This is all
Wait,
predictable.
No,
We knew this was
this
gonna
is
happen.
predictable.
'Cause
Loud.
she ain't
Here
never
we go.
did nothing evil, but she just called
At
me
all.
a bitch
Really?
ass.
Wait. Tell me what I did that's evil.
You just called me a bitch ass.
You just called me a bitch ass. Hey, man, listen. We've seen Corey deal with people on the show. We've seen Corey talk about a lot of people. We've seen him cuss a lot of motherfuckers out. But I can tell that this man has a strong love for D. Now, take it however you want to take it, but I'm looking at them like old best friends. All right, I know there's people out there that be like, oh, they probably fucking, or they probably did fuck at some point, or this and that. I'm looking at these two as old bickering ass best friends who love each other unconditionally, but will let each other have it. We have not. I mean, Corey has said some things and has gone in on D in certain ways, but he has never, ever went in on her the way that he does people he does not like.
I ain't got to tell you what you did that's evil to him. I don't know.
Exactly.
I know he
You don't
don't
know.
fuck with you.
We broke up, and so you'd rather have me be married?
I still fuck bitches I broke
though.
up with.
And you still
Y'all never did it after y'all broke
and
up?
you still deal with people that have fucked you so bad, but yet you still
You
have
talking
them
about
around your-
bitches, right?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, bitches fuck niggas over.
No, evil shit. But when he says he's a trick, believe me, he's a trick.
I'll be a trick.
1,000%. Because
could be a
I
trick.
know people that he's still dealing with that did some grimy dirt shit.
What am I
And
doing
he's
with
still,
him?
And you still dealing with him. That's all
Well,
I
what
gotta
am I
say.
doing with him?
Oh, wait though. All I did was honor a dude. We break up, no problem. Did I sue him? Did I take him for child support? All the negative shit he talks about. Did I do any of that?
This nigga eating celery.
Zero.
Now, here's the funny part. I was just talking about this with somebody else, man, with one of my homies who deals with women who have the all I did syndrome. If you don't know what that is a way to escape accountability. Like, let's say, for instance, a woman will start a confrontation in some type of way, shape, or form. Will say something to you that is either irritating or kind of close to out of pocket, but not really. Just doing the irritating woman shit, and then fucking have the when the shit sparks, and then when she gets the reaction that she wasn't expecting, like a nigga blowing back up at her or going off on her, then it's like, why are you yelling at me, or why are you cussing me out? Why are you saying this and that? All I did was, or all I said was, it's always a all I did syndrome type of woman who won't take accountability for the shit she does. And a nigga will lay it all the way out for you and say, this is what you did that got me irritated, that got me to react the way that I reacted. And the motherfucker will be like, that's all, and all I did was that, and you gonna react like that? No, take into consideration the fact that I don't like that shit. And maybe you shouldn't do that type of shit with me, because that aggravates me, and that will prompt a reaction that you just got. If you don't want the reaction that you just got, then don't do that type of shit.
So
I
I think he's actually jealous because I didn't do no shit like that to him. Yet
You ain't
he's
getting nothing out of it?
What are you talking about? No, I didn't sue him.
I'm saying he ain't leave no house.
No, none of that. None of that.
He just
Didn't ask for that. No, well, he gave me some as we were going through the years after, but not to the degree that I deserved. That people would assume. Never. Didn't sue him at all. I said, look, I picked wise and good for our son.
Damn,
He's
see,
got
I
a
thought
good
they was supposed
dad.
to have some power.
Absolutely not. No.
Can I
Mm-mm.
ask
didn't
who
sue
we
him.
talking about?
Ice-T. That's my son's dad.
No way.
Yeah.
No
But
way.
I think he's been jealous.
Oh, yeah,
I think he's been jealous.
See,
and
you're
then it's
talking
been-
about I'm jealous.
Yes. All the time, because that's all you got to use. That's all you got to bring up.
For real?
That's all you got. That's all you got. And that was amazing. That relationship was amazing compared to yours. Oh, but you're married. Oh, I forgot that marriage is so sad. Oh, it's just so piece of shit.
You ain't never been,
Forgetting
you ain't,
somebody-
hold on,
Here
D.
we go.
Now,
Here we go.
You ain't
Let's
never
go.
done nothing evil to a dude.
I had already answered this. I said
Do you
no.
think if you fuck behind the dude supposed to be your boyfriend back, is that evil?
I'm not married. He never
I
married.
asked you, is that evil?
No, not to me.
I'll rest my case.
It's dirty. It's dirty, but that's not evil.
rest my case.
It's dirty.
Now that's the question for y'all right now. When I stop it right here, that's a question for y'all. Is it evil for the woman that you're with to cheat on you with somebody? Is that evil? Vice versa, for a man to cheat as well, is that evil? Yes or no? Because it takes more than just one opinion for me to feel a certain type of way. I think it is evil because I think that's something that, you know, even though you may have the intentions of not trying to hurt somebody, at the end of the day, you are hurting somebody. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of y'all situation. And like I said, the all I did syndrome will lead a woman to think that she did something dirty but not evil, even though clearly, you know, it's like, matter of fact, it depends. Because, like I said, you may not be doing it with the intentions of hurting somebody. So, if you don't have the intentions of hurting somebody, but you just are just one of those people that just, man, I can't help it, I got to go out and get something, then I don't think you're evil. But if you're doing it to hurt somebody because you want to get back at somebody, whether it be the fact that they cheated on you or did something to you first, then that's just evil. Get the fuck away from each other at that point. No need to go back and forth. That's just gonna start the toxicity. It's only gonna get worse, and then at some point you're gonna end up like Blueface and Krishan. That competition of who can hurt somebody the worst in relationships is the most ridiculous shit that you could ever do. But this conversation continued a little bit, and here's the thing with how I feel about Darlene's reaction. Some people really can't wait to tell you about yourself. And it's not really necessarily because they have this secret vendetta against you. I mean, some people do. Some people do have that secret hatred or always wanted to have your spot or wanted to, you know, or try to, you know, really actually don't fuck with you like that, but just around you for what you got. But then there's also the people that wanted to try to protect your feelings and be okay. I'm just hold my tongue and not say nothing because, you know, I fuck with this person, I care about them, and I don't want to hurt their feelings. But it's usually the person who you try to protect their feelings, the ones that don't care about yours. And I've seen it a lot. If you know what I mean, it's like there's that person that you know is too sensitive to have some shit come back at them, but will always dish some shit out. And a lot of the times that's Corey's move with certain people. He can dish it all fucking day. But as soon as somebody calls him back out on his shit, it's World War III. And I think Darlene, being somebody who has wrote a book and put her life on Front Street, I don't think she has much to hide. So it's like, you keep poking the bear, you're going to get what you asked for. Now, in this last part right here, Darlene is making it very clear that she could really expose some shit. And she brought up a laptop. It was a very interesting conversation.
It's dirty, but it ain't even. And
God.
wait though, and I owned up to that. Hell, I wrote about it. That shit is never going away.
Okay.
I owned up to that, so I don't know where it kills him though that he can't.
Why?
You know what I'm saying?
Because
Like,
you said you wasn't evil. I knew
that's
I was
not
in
evil.
trouble.
None
Why
of
you
that is
think it ain't evil?
I think he's just jealous because he's never had anybody like
Hey, y'all
me
listen.
treat him like
I ain't
that.
trying to bring y'all in no bullshit, but look.
Never has had
if a
anybody treat
woman
him like
cheat
that.
on her man, what is
Oh,
more
brother.
evil than that?
What
could you do worse to a man besides get a pussy away?
You could attempt to kill him. That's evil. That's also another truth within relationships. Ladies, fellas, because we've seen it from both sides many a times. Shout out to my homie Tilt. He called it a sucker stroke. If you get cheated on and the first thing you think about is killing the motherfucker, I don't care how long you've been with somebody, I don't care how much time you put in, it's evil. It's evil. And it's not worth it. There's no satisfaction in it. You're not going to live the rest of your life happy after you kill a motherfucker for cheating on you. Now that could be the most evil thing a woman can do to you. When we talk about severities and we talk about the levels of shit, cheating ain't shit compared to actually attempted murder, nigga.
That he motherfucking
I don't know what
tended
he's talking about.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man.
Yes, there we go. See, see. Now put what's more evil for somebody to do to you than cheating. Funny Home Video said using a child to manipulate the man is evil to me. It is beyond evil.
Fuck you up when they do
Whatever.
that,
That's not evil. Evil is
I had
maybe
a child
doing
that did that to me, boy. That
So-
shit.
so
If
did-
that ain't evil, I don't know what the fuck that is.
What
That
would
shit
you
tore me
consider
inside.
to be evil? What's evil from a woman? What's evil?
harm, bringing harm to that person. Bringing harm.
That's
to
harm.
Yeah.
That's the most harm you can bring to a motherfucker in the world.
I don't even know why I
What the
fell
fuck
for it.
is he
so then
talking
who
about?
is this? The devil? Because as much
The most
evil
harm
shit
is
as he
cheating?
does to women, what are we talking
Holy.
about?
What evil
You
shit
want-
did I do to women?
What are you talking about?
Can you tell me what I've done to a woman that's evil? I don't think I've ever done nothing evil to a woman.
Wow. What?
I don't think I have.
Really? Because you
Oh,
know
yeah.
he's not
Corey
honest.
is the
Go
most
tell him. Go
When
tell
he-
him.
unaccountable
talk-
ass nigga in the world. When you mess with somebody who does not see any wrong that they do, holy. And I'm talking about somebody that don't see wrong until somebody is in his face with it. Because he's only apologized to a few people, and that's when the pressure got in his face.
Talking about all these women that he talks to and everything,
Okay.
he don't outright go like, yeah, baby, and you know I got this one, but come on, we gonna be. He's not.
Oh, he
Ooh.
faking
They're
him.
not
I
upfront
knew
like
Cole was
that.
faking him. I knew he wasn't like me.
Let me
man.
tell y'all
But
something, boy.
females
Ain't
know.
upfront like
But females know.
Let
when
me
they
put y'all
fucking
up
with
on some
Corey.
real
He
game.
upfront
They
like
know
that.
what they fucking with.
I ain't never been monogamous in my life. I ain't never only fucked one person
But yet
since
he
I've been
took
on
vows.
this
But
planet.
yet he went and took vows. That's not evil. You take vows and then you.
Did you
fuck-
take vows to fuck only one?
okay, I'm evil
Was that in
then,
your-
D.
Was that in your
Oh, yeah,
vows?
that
I'm
is.
evil then, D.
Was that in your vows, Cole?
Yeah.
I got paper to fuck these hoes.
Brother.
Only the streets know what I'm
And that's
talking
not
about.
evil. And that's not evil.
My motherfucking.
And that's not evil.
Wow.
Nigga,
Wow.
I fuck these hoes and pay 'em.
And that's not evil. That's what I'm just saying. There you go.
I'm not gonna
You
lie,
lose
man.
people pay-
My man Marvin, this nigga laugh was killing me the whole show, man. This nigga had me cracking up just based off the fact he was laughing at certain shit. I know niggas with that laugh. Like I got friends with that laugh, so it be reminding me of shit. And that shit it had me cracking up the whole show, bro.
Wanna get pounded.
Point. He made a point. He made his point.
You saying that's evil to pay for?
Fucking
Pay
God,
for
man.
He got a typical big nigga laugh.
He's married right now. And he's doing
Like
all
me.
this. You don't think that is? So that's cool, right? That's okay with you,
That's
Marlon?
just what you
Well, you
want
know,
to do.
Typical big nigga
Obvious
shit.
what you doing.
But
I don't believe
okay,
it, man.
okay.
But I don't fall in that category of.
I know when he blames it on being immature, but he's still in.
I'm
okay.
not immature. I'm a motherfucking
No, I'm
hellified
saying
ass
when
nigga.
he did it. When he did it, he blames it on that. That he
No,
didn't-
I don't.
Oh
It's not insecure
Mm.
for men to fuck hoes. That's what they'll say. Oh, you got some insecurity.
Oh.
If you fuck hoes,
But
homie,
that's not
I'm not
evil.
saying it's nothing to be proud of. It's actually a vice. But
yeah.
let me tell you something.
Those women is not evil.
Men not finna stop fucking hoes because bitches be saying you foul for it. It's not the remedy. We must fuck bitches while we breathe. So when we in that casket looking up at the church, we want to be like, boy, I got a lot of pussy while I was out there.
First of all, I shouldn't even be in the church. Really? They okay?
Man, I don't think.
All right, look. There was a lot more with that conversation. A lot more to be said, a lot more to go over, but I think doing your due diligence to go see the full interaction on their actual show will be the right thing to do in this case. But my man just brought up a good point. And it's crazy because I was going to skip over the story because I forgot the point I was going to make about it. But you brought it back to my memory. Wonder Man said Corey talked about how he got Terry Crewed when he was 17. Now, that is a story he talked about, and it was around right at this point. I marked it off because I was like, hold up, man, because that's the first thing I thought about when he brought up the story. Now, granted, he was 19, I guess, and he wasn't. He I guess wasn't in the same mindset he was as a grown man. But his take on Terry Crews after Terry Crews was I wouldn't say assaulted. I would say he got felt upon. Corey had a very strong opinion about that, about a man letting another grown man touch on you and not doing anything about it. This is a story of Corey getting in the car with a random white man and getting his knee caressed. And this is how it played out.
70s, baby.
Right. When I was a young boy, a motherfucker lured me in the car. I did some dumb shit. I worked at Burger King. I probably was about
Lured me in a car.
Hassan
I was
Holcomb.
about 17.
Okay.
And this dude, he was like, hey, man, you want to ride home? And I fell for the shit.
What?
Him and the guy from church, you.
What guy from church?
Oh, man.
That nigga was trying to do a homemade video with Corey.
Hold on, man. You ain't
The guy
finna tell
from
us
church
nothing,
was
Cole.
up there. He was like up in the
Man
window.
gripped, fied,
I got in the car with a
fondled,
dude.
Oh, man.
groped.
And want me to tell you what saved me?
What?
He got fiddled and diddled.
Man, when I was 17, dog, I was yoked. I hooped
Oh, this
every
happened when you were
day.
bigger, older?
I wasn't bigger weight-wise, but I had that motherfucker. I was looking at him. I was like, because I was scared after I got in the car. But I was like, he can't whoop me.
Well,
He can't
try
take
to rub
nothing
his
from me.
shoulder somewhere.
He ain't do nothing. He was talking about sports, a knee injury he had.
Okay.
And this
That's
is
even worse. For him to start the story out and say he sized him up to be like, oh, he can't whoop me, but let this nigga get away with doing circles on his kneecap.
what he did in the
He
car.
was in the top of his knees.
Yeah, he talked about he had a knee injury. And look, this is what he
He
did
was
in
trying
the
to tell
car.
you his own work, but you know.
Marcus, this is what he did in the car.
Wait.
He said, man, my knee, this part right here. I was like, hey.
I told you. He was
Real
trying to
talk.
tell you, my knees ain't good, but you like you got some good ones.
Oh,
I was
shit.
dressed, I had on gym shorts. I looked like a hooper. So when the nigga had me in the
So in
car,
other words, Corey was saying, yeah, I was looking nice and fit. This nigga thought I looked
he
good.
just didn't know. I ain't had no business getting in the car. It was a dumb move in life. It could happen to anybody.
But that was back in those days.
Damn,
Yeah,
huh?
it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
He almost got
So
Dahmer.
that's why you don't
Yeah.
like fruit booty.
Wait, it was a black dude?
No, it was a white boy.
Oh my God, it was.
Wait,
Dahmer.
G, you
I wonder if he had glasses.
Yeah.
They done put him in compromising positions. That's why you don't like him. They trying to take advantage of him.
Vicky said, how you get lured at that age? Nigga was 17 years old. Nigga pulled up and said, hey, you need a ride? Corey said, as a matter of fact, my feet are tired. Let me get in this car with this random nigga, random white man. And let's see how this turns out. I just got done playing basketball. I'm looking fit. I'm turning into the dunk creator. He was about to make Corey the funk creator.
Hey, where y'all was
That's
at?
why they villains doing
It was
now.
about to
Where
get
you
real
was at,
stinky
Corey?
in that
Where you was
motherfucker.
at?
Look, right on, it's the north side.
Oh God, he was looking for young.
On
black boys.
Devon
Oh, my God,
and
bro.
Damon. It was a Burger King right there.
Devon and Damon.
Devon and Damon. I used to live like around Bryn Mawr.
Okay.
So that's anybody who know about that. That's a long walk. I used to walk home, but I was so in shape back then. Sometimes I jog home nonstop.
Okay.
But that night I just felt like being lazy and I got in the car. But I was
He
sizing
offered
him
you a
up.
ride?
I was like, yeah, he offered me a ride. But if he'd have upped that thing on me, I probably would have got killed or something.
So
Yeah.
you just got in because you ain't want to walk no more. It ain't like he.
And how old
So
was
what was
Oh,
his
man.
No,
move?
he offered a ride.
Damn, G.
What was his move? What was his
I didn't
official
even know
move?
him from nowhere.
What was his official move?
Nigga said fast food and chill.
he?
I
I
forgot.
didn't had it.
They said-
He told me he forgot. You
I
remember?
forgot how, no, I don't remember how he got me
They
in the
said
car.
be
I just
honest.
remember
Hey,
once I
boy.
closed that door,
Hey, G.
something said, dumbass.
That was Jeffrey Dahmer, nigga.
I know.
That was
Oh,
Jeff.
man.
Chicago.
Boy, I'd have beat the shit out of Jeffrey Dahmer, that motherfucker.
Wait.
Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of niggas thought they was going to beat the shit out of Jeffrey Dahmer, too, but that didn't turn out to go so well.
Or he offered you some
A
women.
lot of the niggas ended up running away butt naked. Ball swinging, doing the Ball Johnson dance, running down the street talking about some hell. I mean, that's not funny, but I mean, you get what I'm saying. I mean, a lot of niggas would say that they would do some shit at the time, but hey, man, you don't know.
So what?
That motherfucker had some tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, that's when he came in. He had a bag of food. He was like,
God,
got
bro.
some for
Hey,
you.
Marcus, I worked at Burger King. I was coming from Burger King. I'm telling you back
Oh,
then,
my
Marcus,
God.
listen to me. I'm
But
17. I'm the dumb
Thank you.
creator back
Thank
then.
you.
You're younger than us, too, Corey.
They
I
said-
get shiked. I
They
get
said
shiked
you
to LA
earned your
all the
Whopper.
time.
They
You
said I
earned your
my
Whopper.
They say you the duck creator.
He earned his Whopper. Hey, Shay made a good point. She said if someone else told that story, Corey would not let them live it down. He would bring it up every chance he could. And that right there is exactly what I'm talking about. A lot of people see it, the dishing, but cannot. I'm telling you, if anybody else brought this story up after this fact, he'd go in on them. That is like, especially if somebody like Marcus told this story. Holy, you know how many jokes Marcus would get? You let a man lure you in his car as a grown man. You was a grown man and let another grown man get you in his car and touch your knee. And you ain't did shit. You stayed in the car. What type of moist ass? I can hear it right now. I can hear that shit
That's
right
what
now.
I'm telling you. That was my nickname, dog.
So you the punk creator.
I used to have
You
bounce.
see how light he
dog.
is on this story? You don't want to look too crazy.
Thank God. Oh my
niggas-
God.
He didn't want to look too crazy. But nonetheless, D, you know, later on in that conversation when they were going back and forth and things got heated, she brought up a laptop and she brought up things that she could expose. And, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people know about how they can hack certain shit. You know what I mean? It happens on a daily basis. People get hacked every single day, B. You know what I'm saying? That's just kind of like the type of information you don't want to give out to the public, especially people that might have a vendetta against certain individuals. You know what I'm saying? They could be like, oh, all right, well, time to get to exposing. Won't be that hard. Pretty sure her password to her laptop is cricket muncher or some shit. Worm devourer or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But either way, like I said earlier, I don't think Darlene is that type of person. I don't take her to be that type of person at all. I know she says it to get niggas riled up, to get them a little angry and whatnot. But I don't think she'll ever do it because, like she said, I do believe D is a very solid friend. You can tell because she is still here on the 5150 show. That's all you need to know. That's literally all the information. That's all the proof you need. She is still an avid and consistent member of the 5150 show, regardless of being surrounded as the only woman majority of the time, getting clowned from left and right. She maintains. And that right there is a testament to her strength as a woman and the things that she can deal with. And that's why I don't really, you know, a lot of people be saying D cap and she do this and that. She may be capping sometimes, but I don't ever doubt her loyalty. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give it to her for that. But now, like I said, if you want to see the rest of their confrontation and everything that happened, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and go watch the rest of that 5150 show. We got other topics to talk about, man. You see, after the Chris Rock special, there was some ruffled feathers with the Jackson family, specifically the nephew of Michael Jackson, Mr. Tai Jackson. So, you know, Michael Jackson has been the butt of so many fucking jokes over the years between countless comedians. I mean, I would say hundreds of thousands of comedians have most likely made a joke about Michael Jackson, right? One thing about Tai Jackson is that he's going to call it out when he sees it. And after this most recent Chris Rock special, you know, Chris Rock had a joke about Michael Jackson and R. Kelly and shit like that. And Taj took to his Twitter page to voice his grievance about the special and how he felt. Now, I want to know y'all. I want to know how y'all feel about this. I want to know what y'all think after I read this. He said, Chris Rock has used my family as punching bags for his entire career. Yet I am supposed to feel bad for him getting slapped and humiliated at the Oscars. After seeing a new clip of him attacking my dead uncle in the first minutes of his retaliation, I'm Still Relevant special, I have 3 things to say. 1, what did my family ever do to you to warrant these decades of harassment and your constant bullying disguised as jokes? 2, just because you were bullied early on in life doesn't give you the excuse to bully others now. And 3, thank you, Will Smith. So, of course, media outlets picked this up. Different people saw it. Of course, people that didn't agree with how Chris Rock handled the situation and did his special was all over this tweet and talking about it. Now, one thing I do agree with is the fact that, you know, you can't tell somebody how to react when you talk about a family member, especially a family member who is deceased. Now, we can make assumptions, we can say or have an opinion or whatever, but at the end of the day, that's not our family, and we can't tell nobody how to feel about that. So he's all in the right to feel this way and to make this statement. On the other hand, this is also why I can't stand certain people in this generation, because comedy is comedy, all right? In my eyes, comedy is a genre. It's something that people spend their lives to perfect. Whether you think Chris Rock's special was good or not, that man spent a very long time in his career perfecting his craft and being a comedian as well as an actor and so forth. I don't like when people attack comedy and make it a talking point for social media. Like, this is where the birth of cancel culture comes from, is when people make these think pieces about a comedy show. And it's like, bro, take it for what you want to take it as. And it's crazy because I see other comedians who are in the genre sit there and have think pieces about a comedy special, but then turn around and try to tell people not to be so sensitive about jokes. Which one is it? Are we going to protect this genre, or are we going to let it die because now people don't want other people to laugh? They want to take it and make it personal when it hits close to home, but when it's about anybody else, people don't give a fuck. You'll laugh at anything else. You'll laugh at anything that has to do with anybody else. If Chris Rock would have made the example of R. Kelly and another guy, do you think Taj would have felt some type of way because he's talking about somebody? No, it directly affected him, so he wanted to speak out about it. I think we need to look at comedy as it's intended, and that is comedy, whether you think it's funny or not. Now, the perfect example of what I'm talking about is Marlon Wayans. Marlon Wayans just dropped a special on HBO. And what he did was he told the story about why he was happy about the Will Smith slap. And the way that he described the story, if you have not seen it yet, was brilliant to me. It was great because he, I believe, showed every different emotion that he could, explaining the story, but also making sure that it didn't come off as vengeful or that he just wanted to retaliate or that he just needed to get this shit off his chest, which is what a lot of Chris Rock was doing in his special. You could see that Chris Rock, he was fumbling jokes. He wasn't himself because he knew that he had pressure on him to talk about him getting slapped the fuck up. On Marlon's side, it was different because you're talking about somebody who is finding their way still, even from being famous since they were a teenager, still finding their way through the creative space, this Hollywood space, performance space, and realizing the road that you have to take is necessary. A lot of things happen in life that are necessary. He named his special God Loves Me because of how his life turned out to be. He said he quit comedy for 20 years because of the heckling he was getting from Chris Rock early on in his stand-up career. Now, he also mentioned the fact that he was a bitch for quitting because of that, because he should have kept going and trying to perfect his craft. But you also can't tell somebody how to react to something. Even though they were in a comedy setting, he thought that because he knew Chris, that Chris wouldn't do that to him or try to bring him or try to knock him off his game as he was just starting out early on. But here's the thing about comedy. You're going to get hecklers everywhere you go. So, I mean, you could look at it as different. You know what I'm saying? You could look at it as Chris Rock being evil or trying to be an asshole and trying to get him to fuck up so that he can be the only nigga in the room to succeed. Or you could look at it as him trying to prepare him or prepare a young or newer comedian for what's to come in his career. That's subjective. But I think Marlon Wayans knows what the intent was himself, and that's why the special turned out to be what it is. Let me play this clip from you. Listen to this.
My brother Chris Rock. Either he is the strongest black man that God ever created, or he is truly one bitch ass nigga. Cause this nigga didn't even act like he was gonna hit him back. He didn't do none of this. You know what I mean? He didn't put his hands up. I didn't see his little claws curl up. That nigga just took it and then complimented Will on the slap. I can't believe it. Will Smith just slapped me at the Oscar. This the best moment in Oscar history. I'm never gonna wash my cheek again. The real punk shit was Will scream from his chair, "Keep my wife's name out your motherfucking mouth." And this nigga Chris said, "That's a good idea."
Nigga said, that's a good idea. Bro, I don't know if y'all seen it. I don't know how many of y'all have seen Marlon's special, man, but it was great. I think it was very dope. And I'm going to be honest. I wasn't a big fan of
that video was
Marlon Wayans special or Marlon Wayans comedy. But I think as you evolve, as you get better, you know what I'm saying, things can get better for you and you can perfect your craft in a different way. And the fact that he told that story in a certain way was genius to me. And I enjoyed it. So I recommend that special to y'all, man. God Loves Me, Marlon Wayans. Now, let me do this before we get out of here. I have to speak on what's happening right now with the January 6th shit. If you guys don't know, the man Tucker Carlson from Fox News went on that station today to try to debunk the January 6th insurrection by claiming that there were agents involved, Antifa, and also that Ashley Babbitt, the white woman who was part of the insurrection, who broke through a glass door and tried to jump through, who got shot in defense of the Capitol. He said she was murdered and that we didn't see what happened leading up to that point, even though the video clearly shows them breaking through a window of a door and her jumping through uninvited. This was illegal. This was illegal as fuck. And they did this, but somehow this side is justifying it. And it's crazy because I remember specifically during 2020 and everything that was going on with the Black Lives Matter protests and all that shit. We were trying to say ourselves, hey, a lot of these shits that's getting started, these riots and people looting and burning shit, is being started by other motherfuckers and people getting called out. They drowned out the videos of people literally trying to chase and catch people who were throwing Molotovs inside businesses. There was one video that they did not catch. One video that went viral at the time, and then after that, you don't see nothing about it. But it was an auto zone here in Minnesota, in Minneapolis. It was an auto zone that got burnt on fire, and I think it was one of the first things that had got burnt and set on fire in a building that burnt down. The person that threw the Molotov into that auto zone was a white dude in all black mask. A black dude carrying a pizza threw his pizza down and said, yo, what are you doing? Who are you? And they tried to take this man's mask off to see who he was, and he ran. And he just was saying, I'm with you guys. I'm with you. No, you not with us. I'm with you guys. No, the fuck you aren't. I'm about to beat your ass. This shit really happened. And niggas had whole video proof of this shit. Multiple. A lot of people took that video that was surrounding that white boy, and he ran the fuck off. We tried to talk about this 3 years ago, and people hit us with the y'all lying. We don't take accountability. We're savages. We're animals. We play the victim. Now fast forward, the insurrection happens, where we all know about the MAGA cult. And let me just be very clear. I'm not on either side, because the right and the left are on the same fucking bird. There are two wings on the same bird. I don't trust either side. I am not left. I am not right. I am not a conservative. I am not a Democrat, Republican. I'm none of that shit. What's happening now is the perfect example of how they try to keep us divided. The same talking points that have been said a couple years ago are now being used today by the same side that was against those talking points. This is the game that they play. These people are paid to keep us divided. I don't watch the Fox Newses. I don't watch the CNNs. I don't watch any of these niggas, because they are paid to keep niggas stagnant, to keep us all divided. And what this man Tucker Carlson did today was try to go on television live and say that what happened didn't happen. I need y'all to hear a little bit of this before we do anything, because I need y'all to hear how crazy this shit sounds. Pay attention to how he describes this shit, and I'm going to debunk it as we go.
Last night, we aired video from surveillance cameras on Capitol Hill. That video was recorded 26 months to the day before, January 6, 2021. And for 26 months, that footage was held from the American public. The January 6th committee made certain. Now, the Justice Department also kept a lid on that video footage. And in fact, in some cases, DOJ did not share it with criminal defendants who'd been charged on January 6th in violation of their constitutional rights. So we felt it was a public service to bring what we could to you. There was no justification for keeping this secret any longer, and a powerful argument to be made that sunlight is always and everywhere the best disinfectant. And in fact, because it was video evidence, it is to some extent self-explanatory. Anyone could look at the tape and decide what he or she thinks of it. So the tape we showed last night indicated very clearly that Capitol Hill police, in some cases, escorted protesters through the Capitol as if they were giving a tour. They did that with Jacob Chansley, the so-called QAnon shaman. At one point, they even tried to open locked doors on Chansley's behalf. Chansley was sentenced to 4 years in prison for his crimes in the Capitol on January 6th. And the video we showed you last night raises the obvious question, why? On what grounds? The video I showed you last night also showed that
First and foremost, the guy that they're leading through or getting led by or whatever the case may be, let me just make this very clear. The same Back the Blue, the same Blue Lives Matter people are claiming that these Capitol police officers were in on the insurrection, right? But saying that they were part of it in a way where the people that they're against, Democrats, put them up to this. And we're okay with this. And these police officers were just allowing these people to go through, right? Listen to this. The same people who are now talking about agents and people being loud and police and Capitol police officers allowing people to go inside and show them around and try to get them through doors, talked about a Capitol police officer who was fired for wearing a MAGA hat. That is a very true story. These people are talking. This is how they contradict themselves. They don't even see how dumb that sounds. You're telling me that a Capitol police officer was fired for wearing a MAGA hat, which lets me know that there are definitely MAGA supporters that put on that Capitol police uniform. And let's not forget the people who back the blue. Let's not forget how much Donald Trump loves the police and stands with the police and Blue Lives Matter and respect the badge. You're telling me that there was only one MAGA supporting Capitol police officer there that day? Who do you think would lead the crowd of insane MAGA supporting motherfuckers through the Capitol? Who do you think would do that? Who do you think would try to help them in this time? Other than somebody who believes in the same shit that you believe. Do you think that these people are just robots? These are regular human beings who, just like everybody else, play sides in this country. Police officers especially. So the fact that they didn't even try to correlate the two lets you know that they have an agenda and there's a certain narrative that they want to play. I mean, I'll be thinking about certain shit that's like common sense. It'd be like the first thing you would think to bring up to debunk some shit that a lot of people don't even fucking think about. How you getting Capitol police officers fired on one hand for being clear and apparent MAGA supporters, and then on the other hand, don't know why Capitol police officers are letting people do what they doing, the MAGA crowd, into the fucking Capitol. It makes no sense how you don't correlate the two, but that's how they do it. Listen to this.
Officer Brian Sicknick was not beaten to death with a fire extinguisher by protesters on January 6th, as the media and Liz Cheney so often claimed. The video shows Sicknick walking around the building, apparently in good health, after he was supposedly killed. We showed you that video. You can make of it what you will. We also showed you video that proves Ray Epps, the mysterious protester who encouraged others to breach the Capitol, lied to the January 6th committee about where he was on that day. But for some reason, the committee protected him anyway.
So because one person encouraged everybody has a mind of their fucking own. One person said, hey, let's storm these gates. And all these Trump supporters did it, but exempt them. Put the magnifying glass on the man who said it, right? Okay, let's get back to the contradictions. Donald Trump told them niggas to go to the Capitol, and these same niggas said that Trump didn't incite it. Make it make sense, nigga. Make it make sense. How does this not make sense? How are you telling me that one person incited these niggas to jump in there and you blaming him, the one guy, not everybody else? But then on the other hand, Trump is the nigga that's standing in front of everybody before it all even happened and told them niggas to go to the Capitol. And he didn't incite it at all. How about Mayor Giuliani, the nigga that literally was on camera screaming trial by combat? He didn't incite it? These niggas aren't dumb. They do it on purpose to keep niggas divided and keep dumb motherfuckers even more dumb. It's easily debunkable. It's easily proved contradicting. It's easy to prove that they only do these things to push certain narratives to keep people divided. Wow.
He was not considered an insurrectionist. He was their ally.
Hold on. I need y'all to hear what he said about Ashley Babbitt, the white lady that got killed that day.
Will tell you again and again, is not what happened murdered by a Capitol to put
Listen.
their faces on the screen and suggest they were federal agents. That would be irresponsible. So there were many mysteries we could not solve. Among them, unfortunately, is the shooting of Ashley Babbitt. From the evidence we have, the publicly available evidence, it seems clear that Babbitt was murdered by a Capitol Hill police officer called Michael Byrd. Ashley Babbitt was unarmed. She was shorter in stature than average. She posed no conceivable threat to anyone.
Do you think they would have that same energy for an unarmed black man getting killed by police? For him to sit there and I'm telling you, these are the things they do to try to trigger people. It's on purpose. They're not dumb. They are not dumb. Does this sound familiar to y'all? Does this sound like a talking point from what they call the left? When you talk about somebody being killed by police unarmed, didn't pose a threat? See, but the difference between these situations is when we talk about a lot of these situations, niggas is running. Oh, you shouldn't flee the police because there are consequences behind that. So there is damn well consequence for somebody charging at the police, right? Smoking on that Ashley Babbitt pack tonight. Bitch, you shouldn't have broke through that motherfucking window and thought your white privilege was going to save you. It was a nigga on the other hand of that gun. Dumbass. Goodbye. Sayonara. Lights out. Bitch, you left your husband and your kids behind because you thought an election was stolen. How fucking crazy are you? I'm sorry, y'all. I don't mean to be snapping like this, but this type of shit, it amazes me. And I think it's much more easier to hear somebody talk about this shit who is on neither side. Because I don't fuck with the other side either. They want to keep, especially black people, stagnant. The left side. The right side, they doing shit like this. He said she was murdered, fam.
Beyond that, we can only speculate about what happened. There were no security cameras near the speaker's lobby where Ashley Babbitt was killed.
There was no cameras by the speaker's lobby where Ashley Babbitt was killed. Yet the people she came with recorded her getting killed. And there's videotape of her getting popped. We seen it. We all saw it. Why are they telling us that there's no evidence of some shit that we saw? This is what I'm talking about. Y'all niggas, if there's any ounce of common sense and logic in anybody, they don't watch this shit. They don't watch these news stations. They don't watch any of these hit pieces, these weird ass takes on some shit that's common sense and logic. Come on, man. So far, what do? We debunk the fact that when you're talking about agents coming through and helping out with the insurrection, good luck. You see how they just only use that as a talking point. They can't actually prove it. Unless you can prove it, you know what y'all be saying? Unless you can prove it, unless there's proof, shut the fuck up. And then the Capitol police officers who helped y'all walk through the Capitol and help MAGA supporters and the QAnon shaman walk through the whole Capitol and show it off like they were just being shown off and everything was all good. Yeah, the same motherfuckers be wearing MAGA hats to work and getting fired for it because that's how fucking cult like the MAGA clan is. They'll put their jobs at risk to put on that MAGA hat. And then Ashley Babbitt. I mean, what else can we say about that? We saw the video. Bitch tried to break in the Capitol, got popped. It would have happened to a nigga before he even got to the door. It's crazy. Tucker was describing white privilege and wasn't even realizing it. The Capitol, what happened was they were let in and they were walking around being escorted by cops. Yes, man, you have what they call white privilege. Something you say doesn't exist. And you just described it on camera, thinking that you were making a point. You thought you was exposing Capitol Police. Nah, you exposed white privilege to its fullest. And to prove it, a nigga was the only one that popped a shot at one of you niggas. It was successful. May she rest her shit. R.I.P. to Bernie Mac. Fucking fools, man. These niggas is fools, man. Fools. I'm not with it. And we not settling for it. Don't fall for the okie doke, or you'll fall and be the jokey joke. I don't know the saying. I'm just putting shit together. I'm high. Listen, GMS fam, the Green Room today was a good episode, man. I appreciate everybody that pulled up. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Follow me on my socials. I follow everybody back. Hit the Cash App today if you are feeling generous. You can become a member of the GMS show by hitting the join button right below the screen. You can hit that join button, become a member ASAP. I have a new beat album out right now, GMS episode 6. It is on Bandcamp. It's for free. You can listen for free. You can download for free. The link is there in the chat. Make sure you tap on it. I want everybody to tap that link right now. Go listen to them awesome sounds. Go listen to the beautifulness of what you don't even know I can create. I'm telling you, man, you are selling yourself short if you don't go play that beat album, man. Go vibe out. Go listen to some dope shit. Support that GMS music. And also, I want to see y'all in that comment section below when the live is over. I much appreciate it, man. I much appreciate it, man. He said, I still rock with Trump more than any other president, but yay. Hey, man, Trump is a cold motherfucker. He said, hey, y'all go storm the Capitol. And then he dipped. He dipped. Watch that shit from the comfort of his home, nigga. He didn't give a fuck. They was out there getting fucked up, dying, maced, gassed, and sent to jail in the name of Trump. And he was at home doing bumps and watching it on TV, man. Ain't that some shit? Trump is a cold motherfucker, ain't he? All right, GMS fam, the Green Room. It's been dope. I got to get up out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat. I'll see y'all later this week. Make sure you subscribe to the 3Gs podcast. Shout out my 3Gs family, AP, Free Pack G. We gonna see y'all niggas this Friday. Show love, man. Spread love. Don't forget that part. GMS fam, the Green Room. We out.